this is private funding, not public funding.
Yes.
And the second thing I'll say to this is it's not going to fucking happen. It's not going to go into cancer. The reason why I say that is because
Dean Withers.
Sure, openai.com/index/announcing the Stargate project with dashes in between each word, which is the official announcement of this private investment from OpenAI, where they don't mention cancer research once.
Actually, when they announced it with Donald Trump at the White House, they specifically mentioned it was for cancer research, and not just cancer, actually, HIV and other things like that.
Well, I mean, I think if it was of utmost importance to them, that they'd mention it in their official on-the-web announcement of the project at least one time, right?
Sure, I can look for you. Since, I mean, obviously you don't do obviously
again,
you're not very good at research, as you just said Trump defunded cancer research when he actually had the largest investment ever.
He blocked a $200 million initiative. But outside of that, yeah, if you go to the official...
he cut federal spending, yes, correct.
OpenAI.com, what you'll see is they don't mention cancer once. And their on-website announcement of the Stargate project.
And what is it? Where are you seeing this? What's their website? OpenAI what?
OpenAI.com/index/announcing the Stargate project.
Okay. So it says Larry Ellison, Oracle CTO, and OpenAI CEO Sam Altman have announced core cancer research and healthcare goals. AI-driven early detection, utilizing AI to analyze blood tests for early and high-sensitivity identifications of cancer, potentially before symptoms appear. Personalized mRNA vaccines, accelerated drug discovery, and specialized care using AI to allow doctors in remote locations to access and apply a treatment.
Yeah. What does the policy do, though? Does it like mandate this practice is used? Does it invest public funds into doing this? Or is it literally like, what is it? Like, is it just like, oh, private companies say they're going to do this? Private companies saying they're going to do something is not based upon the president of the United States, right, doing anything, or the government
prepare
doing
to watch
anything.
these guys twist into pretzels and be against funding research to cancer.
I'm sorry, you understand this isn't the government doing anything. That's what we're saying.
Yeah, this is privately funded, $500 billion of artificial intelligence infrastructure, which is in fact what I said, the largest investment in history.
What was Donald Trump's role in Project Stargate?
What do you mean, what is his role in the investment?
What did he do? I mean, you attributed this to Trump, so like, what did he do?
Well, not only did they roll it out at the White House,
so he announced it. So that's what he did. He announced it. That's all.
No. So this is obviously in correlation. So look.
So what did he do? Just be clear. What did Trump do?
So he's the one that's deregulating. He's the one that's allowing this. He's facilitating it. So he's a high profile promoter facilitating and deregulating the proponent.
Wait, how's he facilitating it?
I'm reading this to you. So it says,
so you're saying that
because he deregulated.
So you're saying that private companies, without the permission of the federal government, can make investments?
No. So the only reason this is happening is because in the announcement, like if you were to watch this, if you were Dean Withers and actually paid attention to current events and watched when this happened, the OpenAI CEO, SoftBank CEO, and Oracle CEO said this investment would have only happened under Donald Trump. Those were their words. Yeah,
because the same way Tim Cook said we're going to move all this food production back to Kentucky when they began the last 20 years. Listen, the rich ruling elite, they will slob on the knob of whoever's in power. I will not take Sam Altman's word saying that this only happened because of Trump at face value for the same reason why we shouldn't have taken Tim Cook's word that they're going to move all of this screen production back to Kentucky when that's something they've already been doing for 20 years there. Like, what matters here is that they are directly benefited by slobbing on thy knob of the president. They would be doing it if it was Kamala Harris. They did it when it's Biden. That is just simply the function of the billionaire, tech execs and how they operate in consideration to the federal government, especially when we have a president who loves adornment and praise so much. So you're going to have to be more specific about what he did in reference to the project, on top of just saying that he was a spokesperson that announced it. Like, what did he do?
Well, he's the one that initiated it. He's the one that deregulated and facilitated it. But it's funny you said that, because if that's the case, like, and if that's your logic, hold on,
wait, what specific deregulation?
Let me finish an answer. So if that's your logic, Dean, why isn't every tech CEO billionaire slobbing on Trump's knob? Why do we have tech CEOs that are
most of them are
against Donald Trump?
Wait, who?
Did you ask me a question? Sorry, I didn't.
Yeah, I said who.
What tech CEOs are against Donald Trump?
Yeah.
There's many, like Jeff Bezos.
Okay. Do you have any other examples?
Jeff Bezos is against Trump?
I don't think he is.
Yeah, he doesn't like Donald Trump. Sure. I mean, there's many.
Could you find a source for that one? Because I bet we can find a video of him glazing Trump.
Sure. Dario, of course they're gonna at a certain point.
Wasn't Jeff Bezos at his inauguration?
I don't know.
Yeah, he was.
Anyone could be
he was.
So if you're at his inauguration,
does he have any other examples though? Like, is he just going to claim?
Yes, I'm
Jeff
trying
Bezos,
to, but Dean is interrupting because he knows he's getting cooked.
Wait. So first and foremost, Jeff Bezos was at his inauguration, and second of all, Amazon contributed to the inaugural committee.
Brad Smith. Do you want me to keep going? Brad Smith is from Microsoft.
All of these people have glazed Trump, by the way.
From Meta. Tim Cook
all
from
of these
Apple.
people have glazed Trump.
They don't like Trump. They don't support Trump.
Yes, Tim Cook glazed Trump. He shook his hand.
How did he glaze Trump?
Of course, by meeting with him, saying, "Yes, thank you so much, sir. We're gonna go ahead and announce this $500 billion investment. Now, here's a little momentum that we handcrafted for you, Mr. President." And it was like this glass thing with the Apple signature on it. And they said, "Because of you, we're announcing the $500 billion investment, and we're gonna start building all of our screens in Kentucky." I think he even gave him a literal gold bar. And listen, you're actually proving my point, because I definitely think that Tim Cook hates Trump. Okay, we see that Tim Cook is a massive. We see
you just proved
Cook,
my point.
No, I'm not. Listen to what I'm saying. We see that Tim Cook puts a massive preference on being environmentally friendly. We see that Tim Cook actually upholds seemingly more liberal ideals outside of the exploitation of minerals in the Congo. All right, that's why I say liberal. But then when it comes time, push to shove, Donald Trump wins the election, he's inaugurated. He's over there slobbing on his knob, giving him the gold bar, giving him the glass with the Apple engraving, saying, "Because of you, we're announcing this investment and we're going to start building the screens in Kentucky." You know, they're greasing the wheels a little bit on him. And that's what they do. That's what a tech CEO is going to do for their company if they want it to perform well under Trump. And that's why I'm asking you here to provide the very specific things that Donald Trump did in connection to this deal. You said that, well, he got them to make that investment. Okay, I don't think so. I don't think that the word of anyone.
Well, they said it themselves.
Will be.
It doesn't matter if you don't think so. The tech CEO said it themselves.
The dictation of the investment is going to be made based upon the foreseen ROI, right? Not the word of any one man. And then you said, well, the only reason why they could make this investment was because of him and because of what he deregulated. This actually goes back to Parker's question specifically. What did he deregulate that allowed this investment to take place that would have prevented it otherwise?
Sure, I can go into that. But real quick, I want to address everything else you said.
Of course he's not going to directly
I just said I would address that, but he just mentioned
I want you to answer that, and then I'm going to go to the
and that's what he does. That's how Dean debates, by the way. He will say a bunch of bullshit and then end it with a question so you don't get to address the bullshit he said. So with Dean's logic, just because someone meets with Donald Trump
how about
you
just address it first since Parker has to go?
What was that?
Address the question first since Parker has to go. Just answer the question.
Because Parker has to go. I'm sorry, I don't cater to Parker's needs.
Well, to be fair,
I will
Parker
address it. If Parker cares, Parker cares for the answer, he can wait.
To be fair, Parker asked you this question like 10 minutes ago.
If Parker cares for the answer, he can wait until I'm done.
All right, I concede the other point. Now answer Parker's question.
I don't care if you concede. I'm still gonna fucking say what I need to say. It seems like you're scared for me to address the bullshit you said.
No, I just fully conceded the point.
You said
bullshit.
With your logic,
if
someone visits Donald Trump, it acts respectful and gives him a gift, and therefore, say Mamdani meeting with Donald Trump and fucking being respectful is him glazing Trump, and therefore Mamdani is a fucking
another good example. Another good example. Yes, Mamdani hates Trump.
See, but then when he's gonna distract. So
another good example. Mamdani hates Trump, but then when Mamdani went to the White House, Mamdani low-key was slobbing on him in order to get the best possible treatment for the residents of New York City. Yes, he was really nice to Trump to get more preferential treatment for the people in New York City. That's actually a great point that proves mine. Now, answer Parker's question.
I was trying to, Dean, but again, your fucking ego is way too huge. You needed to interrupt, which does